We broke up.
Give a little bit of your heart to me. Just come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand, you're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I look and feel awful, especially today. I've been so exhausted lately. And I'm extra nauseous today, so I haven't felt the best, but I needed to get this video done. I've only been awake for like 2 hours and I'm already ready for a nap, but I can't keep putting off making this video. I mean, I don't even really know how to say something like this. We broke up. Christopher and I split up in the beginning of this month. Yeah, we split up about 2.5 weeks ago. We tried for a really long time to fix our problems and do better for each other. And I'm not gonna go too into detail. I'm not gonna try and throw anyone under the bus right now because we still have to remain civil. We are still living with each other for now, so that he can still see the kids and stuff like that. But he just wasn't willing to try anymore, is what I guess really set it off. And now that he's done, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to let go, I guess you could say. Because I tried for a long time to get him to change, but you can't make someone change. And he doesn't want to, so he's not going to. And I've put myself through enough in these past years. And I can't really do it anymore. I tried really hard to be what he wanted. I tried really hard to make it work for us and for our kids, but it just didn't work. I don't know where the huge turning point was that things got as bad as they did. I'm sure this pandemic did not help us being home together all the time. So I don't see a chance for any sort of reconciliation in the future. As you guys know, I am a stay-at-home mom, so it's not as easy for me to just up and leave, which is why we agreed on me and the girls still continuing to live here the same that we've been, just as co-parents and not as a relationship as a couple. Which is why we need to remain as civil as possible. I feel like I've been to terms with it for a long time, in a way. Like, I've always wanted us to work and I wanted us to last, but deep down I knew we probably wouldn't, because there's only so much someone can handle. And I know a lot of you have pointed things out before, and mainly in an attacking way, which I think is really unfair to me, because I don't think it's fair to blame me for his choices. If he does something you don't agree with, he is his own person, and I don't like me being the one being attacked when he was the one doing the stuff. If that makes any sense. And I know I don't owe you guys any sort of explanation, technically. A lot of people have already started asking questions, and obviously I have to tell eventually because people are going to find out, and I'd rather you find out from me than just random stuff going around. It's really hard choosing what to say and what not to say because, as I said, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. We both had our issues. We both had a lot of things to work on. Neither of us were perfect. I 100% know that, but he was just more extreme, and he wasn't willing to change when I was, and I got tired of putting in way more effort than I was receiving. And honestly, we're going through a really hard time right now, so I could really use like compassion from you guys. This is not a time that I want to hear any sort of I told you so's, because I know so many people out there think that I'm stupid pretty much for being a stay-at-home mom and staying with him and everything else and having our kids that we have, which, yes, the circumstances aren't perfect anymore for our kids and us, but I'm never gonna say that I regret having my kids no matter what he's done or where we end up. If I could have done everything all over again, if it meant having my kids, I still would have done it. So whether you agree with that or not, what's done is done, and it's not like I can go back in time and change anything. And even if I could, I wouldn't. Even though it has put me through so much hardships, it has put a huge toll on my mental health. But hopefully I will come out stronger from this. No relationship will ever be perfect. There's always gonna be fights and arguments and disagreements, and you're gonna have bad days in your relationship. That's just a given, but there is a line, and I've never really been able to find a line in my own life because I grew up with really bad examples of what a good relationship was, what love looked like. I didn't know. I never knew what love looked like. I thought it was okay for someone to be treated like that because that is all I saw growing up. And I'm a firm believer in, you know, if you see your mom being treated poorly growing up, you're gonna grow up and think that that's okay. And I've told him many, many times that that's not the example that he needs to set for our kids, that I don't want them to grow up like us. And he said he would understand, but his actions never matched his words. And they're so young now that they're not gonna remember any of this. So it's good that things are ending now rather than later on down the line, because at this rate they would have ended eventually. So it's better that they end now before too much damage is done. And like, as I was saying, I thought it was okay to be disrespected because that's all I knew growing up. I mean, you could definitely say that I have daddy issues. I've spent my whole life dreaming of this nice, like, romantic, loving, giving relationship, and ours just never was that. And I'm tired of listening to songs and feeling sad that nobody's ever gonna feel that way about me, or just wishing that I had more than what I have. And for years I convinced myself that this is what I deserve, and if I was supposed to have better, I would have better. But now I'm starting to realize that I do deserve better, and there is better out there. right now, I find myself pretty hard to love. I struggle with thinking that nobody's ever really gonna want me. I mean, I have 2 kids, so dating whenever I choose to do so will be really complicated, and you know, I have so much baggage and so much trauma that I just feel like nobody wants to deal with it. And it's hard wondering if I'll ever have anyone that will truly understand me and like my mental illnesses and my past and everything that comes along with me, as well as my kids. I'm trying not to let myself think that way. I'm trying to remind myself that I do deserve better and that I will find someone one day that will show me what real love is, because I've never known it. I feel like I've always been just used and walked all over my entire life. I felt, I don't want to use the word neglected, but I felt like I wasn't shown much affection growing up, and so I kind of just jumped at anyone that would show me any sort of attention, which was really bad on my part. But I mean, your childhood really does affect so much of your adult life. I think that's all I'm gonna say on the situation today. I may come out with more information later down the line, but for now, I don't want to get too into everything. It's still really recent. We're still living together, and we still need to just be able to co-parent peacefully. But on another note, a few weeks ago, weeks, I don't know exactly how long ago, I posted a video talking about my mental health and how I decided to finally reach out and get some help. So I found a treatment center, set up phone appointments. I did an intake appointment, talked with like a caseworker, which I don't really need one in that sense. I have an appointment with a therapist over the phone on Monday. So in 2 days, I have a therapy appointment over the phone. And this past Monday, I had a phone appointment with a psychiatrist, and she prescribed me antidepressants. So I am now being medicated. I know I said I wasn't really sure about it, but I mean, I need something that works, and hopefully this will work. But yeah, I'm now taking antidepressants. I think they also are for anxiety as well, she said. Today is only day 3 of taking them, so I can't say that I know a difference yet. The doctor told me that it takes like 4 to 6 weeks to really see a difference. So I'm hoping that this will help me to feel better with my depression and my anxiety, so that I can be better and I can heal. Because I've been through a lot in my 20 years of life, and I feel like it's time for me to heal and move on and just open a new book and have some good in my life. Because for now, all I have is my kids, and of course it will always be enough, but I feel like I deserve more than what I've been given this whole time. This is sort of kind of an update in a way. So another life update thing is I have been applying to online colleges for the past few weeks. I've been accepted into all of the ones that I applied to. I have one more that I want to try applying to now, and I just need to start weighing my options, pick a major, pick a school, get all that stuff set up. So the plan is for me to start doing online school in the next few months. I'm not sure what for yet. I haven't really decided on a major. I'm still weighing options, and now I'm looking into whether I should stick with an associate's or if I should go for a bachelor's degree. So those are the three main things going on in my life right now. And as I said before, I'm in a really bad place. We're going through a really rough time. A lot of change is happening. My mental health is bad enough, so if you don't agree with me or the things that I've done, that's your prerogative, but please just keep it to yourself. In this time, I just really need compassion and support. The last thing that I want to hear right now is, and I told you so. That is one of the worst things that you could say to a person in my shoes right now. Because all I did was try to see the good in someone, and it was to a fault. I tried so hard to see the good in him, and I lost myself along the way. So I'm a good person. I like to say that I'm a good person, and I try to see the good in everyone, which can be a positive thing, that can be a good skill, but in my case it is to a fault sometimes. But that's all that I have to talk about today. Thank you guys for being here for me, and those of you that have supported me these little over 2 years, and whoever will continue to support me, because I do not plan on quitting YouTube. I will still be continuing to do YouTube for as long as I can see, I suppose. I would like to say that we have kind of built this, you know, this little family with this channel over the internet. Some of you have been here since London was born, so I appreciate you. Just know that I really do appreciate you. And I mean, I'm a single mom now. In a way, I felt like a single mom for a long time, even when I wasn't. I felt lonely, even though I'm in a relationship or was in a relationship. And I feel like if I'm gonna feel like a single mom, I might as well be one. And if I'm gonna feel lonely, then I might as well be alone, because there's no point in me being lonely in a relationship. That's just, there's no point in that. If any of you out there are in a toxic or bad or stalled relationship, and you are struggling to find the good anymore, take this as your sign. Take this as your sign that we all deserve better, and sometimes things just don't work out no matter how hard you try. Before I leave, I will say I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could just show me some love on here and on TikTok, because as I said, I'm now a single mom. I'm eventually gonna have to start over. I can't live here with him forever, so I am eventually gonna have to start over. And I would never ask y'all to give me money or something like that, but something as simple as just, you know, interacting with my YouTube, interacting with my TikTok actually does help out. So I would really appreciate it if any of you could just take some time out of your day to interact with me on here, on YouTube, and on TikTok, and just help me get my channel out there, help me find my new start. Thank you.
My scars start to heal when I'm with you, and I can't explain how I feel. When I'm with you, just give a little bit of your heart, give a little bit of your heart to me.